Oh my God.
What is that? There,
Oh my.
that's it. That's it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. What is that?
From disturbing footage of a humanoid crawling through the forest like a nightmarish Mowgli, to a bizarre clip of glowing red eyes hunting campers across a remote lake, and even a soldier-like ghost dissolving into darkness on a deserted road. These are some of the most unsettling moments ever captured on camera. Stick around, because you won't want to miss a single one. What is this? No, no, no. A man was driving home along a deserted road after a long day at work when something crossed his path that made the world around him feel suddenly wrong. The clip, uploaded on YouTube Shorts by Myrish Team Army, shows that truly disturbing sight. While driving down a deserted forest track, this driver spotted a figure that made him slam on the brakes and pull out his phone. What he captured next is hard to put into words. A small humanoid moving in a strange, almost animal-like way. At first, it looked like a naked human child, but the way it walked on all fours and then disappeared into the woods is totally terrifying. Comments are all over the place. Some think it's a prank, while others are convinced it's a real-life Mowgli, straight out of the Jungle Book. Whatever it was, one thing's clear, that the driver isn't going down that road again anytime soon. Bigfoot encounter on Christmas 2014 in northern Minnesota. We all love spending Christmas Eve with family, relaxing, having dinner, soaking in the holiday vibes. But for one family in northern Minnesota, one Christmas turned into a night they'll never forget, and probably wish they could. This footage, recorded back in 2014, started innocently enough. During the holiday gathering, the aunt decided to capture some family moments on camera. But when she aimed the lens toward the window, something caught her eye. A shadowy figure moving silently through the snow-covered woods outside. Uneasy, but curious, she stepped out, only to spot it again, gliding effortlessly between the trees. Even the family dog seemed to sense it, barking furiously at whatever was lurking there.
Say Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
The tree.
What was that?
Oh my God. Did you see that?
Something's behind you.
It's really big. No way.
That can't be.
What the hell? I hear something though. I still hear it.
Despite the growing tension, the aunt kept filming, hoping to get a closer look, and she did. Later in the video, the figure appears much nearer, captured in a chilling zoom that reveals just how massive it is.
Oh my God.
Looking closely, you can see this thing is massive. Compared to the nearby trees, it seems at least 8 to 9 feet tall, covered in thick black fur. The uploader even calls it a Bigfoot encounter, and honestly, it's hard to argue with that. Could it be someone in a costume? Maybe, but moving silently through deep snow, at that size, while the dog goes berserk. Suddenly that theory feels less convincing. Whatever it wasn't human. And it wasn't friendly.
I hear something though. I still hear it.
When you see this in your backyard first thing in the morning. What started as a normal morning for most people turned into a truly shocking moment for one farmer when he noticed something unnerving lurking in his backyard. This footage comes from a farmer who usually enjoys sipping his morning coffee while gazing over his fields. But on this particular day, something caught his eye that froze him to the core. There, standing in the field, was a strange figure, wearing a pointed witch's hat and a flowing black dress. But the most disturbing part is that it seemed to be controlling a mysterious floating object, hovering in front of it, moving as if guided by some unseen force. The video was shared on the farmer's wife's account, she's a bartender, and quickly uploaded to TikTok in search of answers. As expected, the comments erupted with some swore it was a witch performing black magic in their field, while skeptics argued it was someone in a Halloween costume filming a stunt. But then, why was the object floating in midair as if under its control? Whatever it was, that floating device is proof this figure possessed some kind of power. And the scariest part is, it didn't seem to care that anyone was watching. Is this real? When it comes to the debate over extraterrestrial life, the world usually falls into two camps, believers and skeptics. But this video is enough to make both sides pause and question everything they thought they knew about the skies. The clip comes from a TikTok user named System Failure 2000 and shows a really strange sighting. There's no info about who recorded it or exactly where, but what we see is unusual, to say the least. A cross-shaped object is hovering in the sky, something unlike anything most of us have ever seen. At first glance, you might think it's a plane or maybe a drone, but honestly, nothing we know of moves or looks like that. Could it be a kite? Unlikely. It hovers and moves, too strangely for that. Could it be a giant cross-shaped balloon? Maybe, but after digging online, I couldn't find anyone selling anything like it. Whatever it is, it's mysterious. And honestly, it gives off some serious UFO vibes. What do you think it could be? Let us know in the comments. Camping encounter, red eyes on the lake. This next video comes from a group of friends on a camping trip by a remote lake, but what was supposed to be a relaxing night by the campfire quickly turned into a nightmare. The footage, uploaded 15 years ago on YouTube by Ruben Mockery, shows one of the friends filming their late-night hangout. But soon, things take a terrifying turn. While recording, the cameraman noticed something in the distance, a pair of glowing red eyes staring at them from the darkness. At first, the group didn't believe him, but when they shone a flashlight, the eyes appeared again, and this time, it started charging straight at them, panicking.
With Trevor and Jeremy and Tom.
What's up?
Man,
Is that a full moon?
guys, what is
I
that?
think it is.
I think it's...
Moon night.
What's what, Bradley?
Dude.
It was over there.
Dude, whatever, man.
Man, dude, put some more wood on this fire. I am not going to sit here.
Oh my
That's it. That's it. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Coming.
The friends ran back to their boat, but to their horror, their friend Tom was missing. Luckily, he reappeared moments later, explaining he'd been chased by the figure. On their pleading, he jumped from a cliff and made it to the boat just in time. But the horror didn't end there. When they shone their flashlights back toward the cliff where Tom had just been standing, they saw the same glowing red eyes scanning for them. And then it jumped, even chasing them through the water. The video ends as they drive away from whatever that thing was, leaving far more questions than answers. What in the world was that? It can't be fake. The glowing red eyes, the way it jumped and even moved across the water, all seem impossible for a human. And if you're thinking it's CGI or edited, remember, this video is 15 years old, when creating something like that digitally was basically impossible. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure. These friends, and especially Tom, will never go on another camping trip like that again.
Guys, get in. Okay. Where's the keys? Tom!
Are you alright?
Thank God, are you okay?
Dude, I think I lost it. I don't know. I think it's right behind me. I'm not sure.
What is it, dude? What is
I don't
it?
know. I couldn't
It's gonna get you. You have to jump.
It's like, oh my gosh,
No, hold on. Dude, if we get this on camera,
He's about to jump in the water. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh! What the heck? It's chasing the boat!
Siren Head scared the hunter. Siren Head creature. Real Siren Head 2021. Hunting seems like a fun and thrilling adventure until it isn't. For one hunter in 2021, a simple night trip into the woods became one of the most disturbing moments of his life. It was 2021 when he went out on a night hunting trip. Everything seemed fine. He had a flashlight and his gun, but as he walked toward a dense part of the forest, he spotted something that made him sprint for his life. Now, looking at the video, it could easily be dismissed as just a scarecrow, as it doesn't move at all. But the video was titled Siren Head, which definitely adds to the creep factor. If you search for Siren Head online, you'll see a pale, lanky giant with two sirens instead of a head. This fictional creature was created by Trevor Henderson, but it went viral when people started claiming to see it in real life, like in this video. Personally, I think what the hunter saw was just a scarecrow in an unfortunate spot. But what if it wasn't? What if Siren Head is actually real? This picture was taken in the early 1990s in the city of York, England. Sometimes people forget that we aren't always alone. There are things walking among us, unseen. And this old photo from 1990 is a disturbing reminder of that. It comes from a Facebook page called Echoes of the Unseen, which usually shares strange, unexplained photos. But this one truly stands out. Taken in the 1990s in York, England, the photo was snapped by a user named Carlo, who was leaning against a wall near York Minster. She thought it was just a simple travel shot, but when the photo was developed, she saw something that made her blood run cold. Hovering just behind the wall above her head was a strange, skull-like figure. Carlo insists she was completely alone, but the photo clearly shows a skull with an elongated chin, hollow eye sockets, and a gaze that seems to be watching us. It could be pareidolia, our brains seeing faces in random patterns, but the details are unnervingly precise. The nose, the eye cavities, even the sinister tilt of the head. Whatever it was, it's hard not to feel like something unseen was quietly observing her that day, turning an ordinary travel photo into something truly haunting. Barton Mansion. When it comes to haunted places, few can compare to the horrors of Barton Mansion, and if you've never heard of it, this next video will show you exactly why. The footage comes from a YouTube channel called Chaos Griffin, uploaded on April 12th, 2014, though it was originally recorded on September 18th, 2001. In it, a group of paranormal explorers venture into the infamous Barton Mansion in Redlands, California, despite its dark reputation. As the video begins, we see them filming with an old camera, capturing the decaying mansion they're about to explore. From the very start, the atmosphere is unsettling, like they weren't meant to be there. Ignoring the warning signs, they begin their exploration. As they move from room to room, it looks like your typical abandoned mansion, with debris and old furniture scattered around. But then they spot something strange, a triangular object on the floor that looks like a piece of meat. Even after noticing it, they continue exploring, only to be terrified by distant wolf howls, followed by unsettling screams.
Creepy, dude.
Dude, these rocks are in a triangular shape. Yeah. These rocks.
Don't touch it, man.
These rocks are in a...
Is that an omen? It's fucking scary. Alright. Turn the light on.
Things get even creepier when they find the word die scratched into the wall. Ignoring it, they decide to check the upstairs area, an incredibly bad decision. In the attic, as they slowly look around, a massive figure suddenly peeks out from a doorway and starts chasing them. Panic sets in instantly, and the group runs for their lives. You can hear the sheer terror in their voices as they flee, but fortunately, they manage to escape just in time before the video ends.
Shut up, man.
It's like a scene ripped straight from a horror movie, but this was real. The figure wasn't human, and the sheer terror of the explorers makes it hard to dismiss. The chilling question, however, remains. What exactly did they encounter that night? And what would have happened if even one of them hadn't escaped? Military attacking morphing, fireball, in Florida sky. This next video was recorded just 2 years ago in the northern part of Central Florida. And trust me, it's one of the strangest things you'll ever see. Posted on the UFOS subreddit, the clip shows what appears to be a glowing fireball drifting upward into the sky, completely on its own. It doesn't move in a straight line either. Its path is jagged, uneven, almost alive. For nearly half a minute, it hovers, flickers, shifts direction, and then suddenly vanishes, just like that. At first, I thought it was a simple electrical wire shorting out. But the movement is way too smooth and unpredictable. Real electrical arcs definitely don't drift through the air like they're controlled by something. And the original poster even titled it Military Attacking Morphing Fireball, which, judging by the footage, didn't feel too far-fetched. But then I checked the comments and found one explanation that actually made sense. Someone mentioned it could be an acrobatic airplane setting off fireworks. Apparently they create the same drifting, non-linear glowing effect seen in the video. Other commenters backed it up, with one even claiming there was an air show happening in Jacksonville around that exact time. Still, even if it was fireworks, if I saw something like that hovering over my neighborhood at night, I'm telling you right now, I'd be sprinting back inside and locking every door and window. No hesitation. What is this sound? This guy was just relaxing in a quiet park in Olympia, Washington, when a sound ripped through the stillness and instantly froze him in place. The clip, posted on the Unexplained subreddit by user HonestDetective817, shows a peaceful woodland scene until a chilling scream echoes from deep inside the forest. The uploader said it first sounded like a dog barking, but then it twisted into this drawn-out, whining howl, almost like something hurt, something not quite animal. Right after, he heard something running through the undergrowth, fast. Reddit detectives immediately jumped in, many claiming it was just a goat scream. But others pushed back hard, saying the sound had too much pain, too much force, and didn't match any normal animal they knew. Even the cat in the video stiffens up, staring into the trees like it knows something is wrong. One commenter even shared a similar encounter near the CA Sierra foothills. Her hunter friend thought it was coyotes, but she swore it sounded more like a woman screaming in the woods. Whatever it was, it didn't sound friendly. Honestly, even if someone offered me $1 million, I wouldn't step into those trees to find out, would you? A Bigfoot captured with spotting telescope, running in deep snow up a Wasatch Mountain peak. High in the Wasatch Front Mountain Range, a man who goes by the name John sent in a piece of footage to a popular channel, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch, that instantly grabbed everyone's attention. What he shared wasn't some shaky, close-range clip. This was filmed from the valley floor, at roughly 4,200 feet elevation, aimed toward a peak towering nearly a mile above him. From that distance, over 3 miles away, the group used a spotting scope and pressed their camera directly to the eyepiece, doing everything they could to capture whatever was moving across that snow-swept slope. What they recorded was a dark figure, something large, moving horizontally across a 9,000-foot peak before suddenly climbing vertically up the steep mountainside. What made it stranger was the depth of the snow. Nearly 90 inches, yet the figure glided through it like nothing. To show the difference, another hiker later filmed himself struggling through just 18 inches, and he was 6 feet tall. Compared to him, the creature in the original clip looked massive. The footage was stabilized and zoomed, and the more people watched it, the more questions surfaced. Some swore it had to be a person. Others said no human could move like that on that terrain. A helicopter pilot even flew over the area afterward and found a long, narrow trackway, prints in a straight, tightrope-like line, the kind often reported in supposed Bigfoot sightings. Maybe both pieces of evidence are coincidences. Maybe neither means anything. Or just maybe, someone accidentally captured one of the rarest, most elusive giants moving across a mountainside no human could easily climb. Whatever the case, the mystery remains unsolved. And as long as videos like this keep appearing, people like John and those who watch his footage won't be stopping their search anytime soon. What is this? South Coast NSW, Australia. This guy was driving through a national park in southern Sydney, just relaxing and enjoying his trip, when he saw something that made his heart skip a beat, maybe even stop. The video, uploaded on the r/Animal ID subreddit, comes from an Australian traveler driving through the dense southern Sydney forest at night. As he navigated the dark, twisting paths, a pair of glowing eyes appeared in the distance. At first, he thought it was a deer or some other harmless forest creature, but as he realized the sheer size of the figure, panic set in. The clip ends abruptly, leaving viewers to wonder what he had just seen.
Oh my god. Right there. Oh my god. What is that? Oh.
Naturally, the first thought might be a bear, but quick fact check. There are no bears in Australia. So what was it? Digging through the comments, some suggested it could be a red kangaroo. These giants can grow up to 2 meters tall and weigh nearly 90 kilograms. And in the dark, with glowing eyes staring back, they can look like something straight out of a nightmare. Even if it was just a kangaroo, the way it stared at the driver in the dark, it didn't feel natural. There was an almost intent in that gaze, as if it was silently watching, waiting, and not planning anything good. What the hell is this? I'm scared. While scrolling through the internet, have you ever stumbled upon something so strange that you prayed it wasn't real? This next video is exactly that. It comes from a popular Indian subreddit, Indian Teenagers, which usually shares chill, everyday posts. But about a month ago, a user named Rizzer44 uploaded something that shook the entire community. In the clip, a strange, humanoid, hairy creature is seen walking through the mountains. On its own, it's unsettling, but the moment it notices the camera, the sound it makes sends chills down your spine. It's like a cat, but twisted, demonic, and utterly unworldly. The creature locks its gaze on the camera, standing still for the entire video as if asserting dominance over the viewer. comments were just as terrified as I was. Since it was filmed at night, the atmosphere alone makes your skin crawl. One comment offered a potential explanation that it could be an Unreal Engine 5 animation. And sure, if that's true, the creator did an incredible job making it look so realistic. But if it's not, then we're left with something far more terrifying than anyone wants to admit. My boss took this photo. He went to a ghost hunt last night. Want to see if it's legitimate. There's something especially unsettling about ghost photos that come from people who aren't trying to go viral. Photos that show up quietly, unexpectedly, with no buildup and just simple explanation. And that's exactly what happened here. A user shared a picture his boss claimed he'd taken during a ghost hunt the night before. The team had spent hours snapping photos throughout the building they were exploring, most of them completely ordinary. But the next morning, without any warning, the boss sent over one image that instantly felt different. So dark, the user had to cover his phone with his jacket just to see anything at all. Once he brightened the photo, a faint outline appeared, something that looked disturbingly like a young boy standing in the shadows. The user, being a hardcore skeptic, assumed the photo had to be doctored. But even AI tools showed no obvious signs of editing. His boss insisted it was 100% authentic, taken exactly as shown. Trying to disprove it, the user searched online for the same picture, the same figure, anything that might reveal it as a known hoax, but nothing matched. No reused image, no stock photo, no trace of the mysterious boy anywhere. And the strangest part is that the original picture was so impossibly dark that he couldn't understand how his boss had spotted the figure at all, unless he already knew where to look. Some photos scream hoax or glitch the moment you see them. This one doesn't. It sits quietly in the background of your thoughts, whispering the unsettling possibility that not everything in the dark stays hidden. Potential ghost on Blink camera, North Carolina. A homeowner woke up in the middle of the night to a Ring camera notification. Curious and already a little uneasy, he checked the footage, and what he saw next was straight out of a nightmare. The video, uploaded by Reddit user SS Shooter on r/ghost, shows his driveway bathed in darkness. Everything seems normal, until a figure emerges from behind a tree and begins walking across the driveway. But the moment the motion-activated floodlight turns on, the figure vanishes, and the clip ends. At first glance, it looks like a small boy dressed in white, but there's something off about the way it moves. Usually, these Ring ghosts are just camera artifacts, visual distortions caused by light flares, grain, or other interference. But in this case, the figure disappears only when the floodlight activates, and it even triggered the motion sensor. That's not something a simple artifact or a bug can do. So, if it's not an artifact, if it's not a glitch, then what exactly was walking across that driveway that night? Whatever it was, it's the kind of thing that makes you double-check the locks, pull the blankets tighter, and pray your camera doesn't capture it again. If you have any idea what this could be, drop it in the comments, so the rest of us can at least sleep a little more peacefully. Soldier ghost apparition caught on CCTV. Speaking of weird things caught on camera, this next video takes it to a whole new level. A road CCTV captured something that looks like a scene straight out of a horror movie. In the footage, you can see a figure walking along the road, but when it reaches a pole, it suddenly disappears into thin air, like some kind of ghost. At first glance, it even looks like a soldier, which is why the video was titled "Soldier Ghost Caught on CCTV." But in the comments, some people argue it's just a glitch caused by the CCTV's low bitrate and the fact that the person was wearing dark clothing. CCTV cameras don't update every pixel constantly. They only refresh pixels that change. So in a dark area with someone in dark clothes, the camera can create weird, glitchy effects that look, well, completely unexplainable. It's fascinating how technology works behind the scenes, but then again, there's always that tiny, lingering thought. What if it wasn't a glitch? What if it was something else entirely? Man approaches pack of wolves. On October 6th, a wildlife photographer captured a jaw-dropping incident at Yellowstone National Park, where a man approached a pack of at least 5 wolves, getting frighteningly close while onlookers shouted warnings. At one point, he even appeared to spray a substance resembling bear spray at the animals.
This could end very badly for the... Here comes the reinforcement.
The footage, shared online by photographer Keith Allen Curbs, shows the wolves, curious pups born that year, following the man as he backed away, then inexplicably stepped forward again. Park visitors can be heard calling him an idiot and warning he was in mortal danger. The man eventually retreated and escaped uninjured, but his reckless behavior quickly went viral.
Did he?
Yeah. But he's gonna run out of that really quick.
Yeah, you will.
National Park Service officials confirmed the incident was reported and the man was cited. While wolves rarely threaten humans, experts stress the importance of keeping wild animals wary of people. Yellowstone recommends maintaining at least a 100-yard distance and using binoculars or telephoto lenses instead of approaching wildlife. The encounter serves as a stark reminder that no matter how curious or seemingly harmless, wild animals are unpredictable. Approaching them puts both humans and wildlife at risk, especially when young pups are involved.